What's up, Juventus? We'll look at the surprise omission from the Club World Cup squad today, and we'll look at Cambiaso's latest. He's staying put. When it comes to strikers, we heard about what went down with Gyökeres, but now Juve sets its sights on Castro and Retegui. We'll go over those details and contracts. We've got a done deal on a player extension, 2 more in the works, but Tudor lands his extension. We'll look at the details and all the news together right now. I'm Berto, this is the AJ's Here channel dedicated to Juventus. It's June 12th. Let's rock with the news. We're going to kick things off with Thiago Giallo, who was informed by Juventus to find a new club before the preseason. The latest reports today suggest that Crystal Palace is showing interest in the defender. We will wait to see if they make an offer for the player. When it comes to the surprise omission from the Club World Cup squad, Facundo Gonzalez, that many of us were hoping to see get some minutes in that tournament, will not be joining the squad. He has a back issue and he is going to stay back and recover. The plan is to get him recovered and see him in the preseason and then make evaluations. When it comes to fullbacks, we know Zinchenko was offered up to Juventus, but the latest report suggests that Juve has shown next to nothing for interest in the player, and a lot of it has to do with his wages. So nothing expected to come of that rumor. When it comes to our own Cambiaso, the latest reports today from Alfredo Pedula claim that Juve has zero intentions of moving Cambiaso. He is expected to stay put. The only way Pedula claims that Juventus would move him is if an extravagant offer came in, but it is not expected to come despite several clubs interested in the player. None of them are expected to come in with an offer strong enough to sway Juventus. So Cambiaso staying put is what's expected to go down. When we get to the striker discussion, we heard what happened yesterday with Gyökeres and Sporting. He removed all ties with Sporting from his social media platforms because he was upset with President Varandas' words around never promising that he would release him for lower than the standard release clause, which is 100 million euros. Does this take Juve out of the equation? We kind of expect that. So now the rumors suggest there are 2 names Juve's got eyes on, and it is Retegui and Castro. Juve wants to sign 2 strikers, and these could be the guys. The latest around Retegui is that Atalanta has already dropped the price from 45 million to 40 million euros. And Juve is highly interested in making the move. When it comes to Castro, he has had loose links with Juventus, but today the reports suggest that they see him as a top candidate, as a rotational striker, no matter who the 1A option is. Whether it's David, whether it's Gyökeres, whether it is Retegui, they see Castro as the perfect rotational piece. So Retegui and Castro, who Juve chases, how do you feel about it? Hit me in the comments. When we get to contracts, we've got a done deal. Savona locks in his extension with Juventus to 2030. The journey that began at 8 years old for him will continue, from youth sides to Primavera to next gen and to the first team. Savona's locked in. When it comes to McKennie, talks are ongoing, but there is an agreement between club and player to continue on together. They just need to make the details work. When it comes to Gatti, we get confirmations that there were meetings held between Napoli and his agents. However, Juve has no intentions of actually selling Gatti. They want to lock in on him, and the contract talks are actually in limbo. There is still distance between Juve and Gatti. We have to wait to see when this extension actually gets locked in. When it comes to Tudor, he's got his extension locked in. The rumors suggest that tomorrow we will get the announcement that Tudor has his extension to 2027 with an option to 2028, and the details on the option are not out as of yet. But could we be staring down the barrel of Tudor to 2028? Maybe, just maybe. How do you feel about it? Hit me in the comments. And we got to get to the stadium renovations that are going to be taking place at Allianz. What they've got planned is enhancements to get fan engagement up. And they're talking about bringing the curva and even just the general crowd closer to the action and help in making it a more hostile territory. They're also talking about making upgrades and modernizing the facilities to align with their multi-sport and VIP oriented goals. So change is coming to Allianz Stadium. Another change is also taking the players and the benches and putting everything in a sector on the field, because they were criticized for having players waiting to come on actually be amongst the crowd. They are going to change that. So it sounds like everybody's going to be closer to the action. The bench players and the coaching staff will now be on the field, and the fans will be brought closer to the action. That wraps up your news break. You all know what to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join our AJC army, but let me know your thoughts on all of today's Juve news. Let's mix it up, and I'll be back tomorrow with another edition. Till then, fino alla fine, forza Juventus, ciao tutti.